Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Adil Abbas from Knitting 6th semester. Today here to present about my mid-semester assessment of Knitting Mechanism 1. The presentation has been divided into the two sections. The first one is single gypsy fabric and its derivatives. Here are the contents. We will firstly discuss introduction, then machinery and stitches, and at the end derivatives. So first of all, what is knitting? Knitting is a technique of fabric formation by interlooping of yarns, and it is the second most famous fabric formation technique after weaving. Knitted fabrics are famous because of their comfort, aesthetics, and some functional properties. Single jersey fabrics are the weft knitted fabrics manufactured on a machine having single row of needles. While in weft knitted fabrics, the yarn runs along the course-wise direction. Single jersey fabrics are named as single jersey because these have only one layer of fabric. These are famous for their comfort, lightweight, economical nature, and shifting properties. Technical front and back of single jersey fabrics. Single jersey fabrics have different front and back side, so two terms are used. The first one is technical front. This is a side of fabric on which the legs of loops look coming towards the viewer, while technical back is the side of fabric on which the heads of loops look upward in the form of arcs. These arcs are also called the purl stitches. Machine characteristics of single jersey fabrics. Single jersey fabrics are manufactured on generally circular weft knitting machine, or either these can be manufactured on using a single bed of double bed flat knitting machine. These consist of sinkers perpendicular to the needles, and the sinker helps in the loop holding and pushing fabric down after fabric formation in single jersey machines. Single jersey fabrics consist of most three stitches. The first one is knit stitch when needle takes a clearing height and old loop is cleared from the latch of needle. It forms a knit loop. The second one is tuck stitch. It is formed when needle doesn't take a clearing height. Only new yarn is fed and a needle hook consists of two yarns forming a tuck loop. The third one is mist stitch. It is formed when needle doesn't take any heights and a float is formed at the backside of fabric. Derivatives of single jersey fabrics. Single jersey fabric derivatives are constructed by different combination of knit, tuck, and mist stitches. Following are the most commonly used derivatives of single jersey. We will discuss all of them in detail. Plaited fabrics. These fabrics are formed by using special plaiting feeders, and two yarns are fed from the hook of single needle. These can be of different properties or color. The first one type of plating is reverse plating. In this, simply two yarns with different tensions are fed to the needle, and yarn with more tension goes on the backside of fabric. The second one type is sectional plating. In this, the straight bar frames are used and a ground yarn knits continuously while special yarn is fed at extra height, forming a open work or sectional effect. That's why it is called a sectional plating. PQ fabrics. These fabrics are formed by using combination of knit and tuck stitches, often named as single cast PK or double cast PK. Due to tuck stitches, fabric's areal density increase, but open spaces are also introduced, making fabric air permeable. Here is a 3D image of single cast PK fabric and a design version of single cast PK fabrics developed on a WefKnit software. Honeycomb fabric. This fabric is also formed by a combination of knit and tuck stitches, but here the design notation shows that all knit course is absent as it is present in the case of PQ fabrics. These fabrics also consist of tuck stitches, making them air permeable, but the plastic strength decreases due to the more use of tuck stitches. Fleece and terry fabrics. These fabrics are developed by a combination of knit, tuck, and mist stitches. Both fleece and terry have same design notations, but there are a difference of knit parameter called as loop length. The fleece can be either 2 thread or 3 thread. These fleeces have further subtypes. For example, a 3x1 2 thread fleece design notation is shown in the figure, while the terry fabrics consist of larger mist loops which are then sheared and forming a effect like shown in figure. Knitted denim. Woven denim fabrics are being famous day by day. That's why single jersey fabric structure has been developed, creating a twill weave effect as used in denim fabric. Here is a design notation of the knitted denim, and here is a 3D image. While it is the arrangement of yarn on the machine, while the tuck stitches can also be used on the behalf of these knit stitches, that denim is called as tuck denim. Again, here are the fabric structures of 4-track knit and tuck denim with their diagrammatic notation, cam arrangement, and needle arrangement. Single jersey stripe fabrics. Stripe fabrics are categorized as derivative with color variations. Stripes can be horizontal or vertical. Horizontal stripes can be created by feeding different yarns with different feeders by all knit stitches, while the vertical stripes are created by using alternative knit, miss, or knit and tuck stitches, creating such a vertical stripe as shown in the 3D image. Now we are moving towards section 2, titled as Stretch and Recovery Properties of Single Jersey and Method to Increase Stretch. Here are the contents: introduction, stretch and recovery of single jersey fabrics, and ways to increase the stretch and recovery. What is stretch of the fabric? Stretch is defined as a deformation or elongation of the fabric when the force is applied, and it is mathematically calculated by the elongated length minus initial length divided by the initial length multiplied by 100. Recovery of the fabric. Recovery of fabric is defined as how much it will tend to recover its original shape after the applied force of deformation is removed. It is mathematically expressed from the formula uh, recovered elongation divided by the total elongation multiplied by 100. Stretch and recovery properties of single jersey fabrics. Generally, weft structures show high stretch properties in course-wise direction as compared to the wale-wise. Single jersey fabrics also have good stretch and recovery properties, but the different derivatives will show different stretch and recovery properties. Here is a comparison that woven fabrics only show 3 to 5% stretch due to their structure, and single jersey shows the 15 to 20% stretch due to structure regardless of material, while the stretch is 50% due to structure. In the case of rib, an interlock has poor stretch properties because the loops are opposite to each other and more force is required to stretch the fabric. Stretch and recovery properties of single jersey fabrics are related with the types of stitches used in structures. For example, knit stitch enables the fabrics to stretch more because the more yarn is fed into the knit loop, and stretch properties are good as well as recovery is also good. Then there is a tuck stitch. When the tuck stitch percentage increase in the fabric, its stretch and recovery properties move toward the moderate because less yarn is fed into the tuck stitch, while the lengthwise shrinkage of the fabric increase with increasing tuck stitches. Then there is a mist stitch. Due to mist stitch, the fabric width decreases and ultimately the course-wise stretch is affected greatly with respect to the wale-wise. Here is a 3D view of knit, tuck and mist stitches fabrics. It can be seen that more yarn in knit loop than tuck and than in mist loop. That's why the trend of stretch and recovery move from knit, tuck and mist stitch fabrics. Increasing stretch and recovery properties of single jersey fabrics. Although single jersey fabrics have good stretch properties, but their recovery time is very slow. That's why elastomeric yarns are used to increase the recovery time of fabrics. Elastomeric yarns feeding techniques. Elastomeric yarns are fed to the machine by using a special attachment drive, and elastomeric yarns are fed into the hook of needle through plating feeders and using the same plating technique. These can be fed by either using a full plating technique or either half plating technique. Factors affecting properties of single jersey fabrics with respect to elastomeric yarns. The first one factor is elastomeric yarn input tension. As the input tension of elastomeric yarn is increased, the fabric stretch and recovery increase, but after a certain limit it start decreasing because of less elastomeric yarns at specific area of fabric. Then main yarn loop length. As the loop length of main yarn increase, the stretch of the fabric increase, but recovery decreases due to the larger loop length. The elastomeric yarns cannot recover the fabric. Linear density of elastomeric yarns. Due to the increasing linear density, the fabric stretch and recovery both increases. Comfort properties related to the elastomeric yarns. The comfort properties of knitted fabrics are measured by thermal properties, air permeability, and water permeability. By increasing the percentage of elastomeric yarn in the fabric, its water and air permeability decrease, so comfort properties also decrease. That's why the parameters are kept optimum to achieve the fabric with comfort, because fabric with only stretch is of no mean without comfort. Here is a graph that without elastomeric yarn the air permeability is very high, but with elastomeric yarn the air permeability becomes low. Conclusion: single jersey fabrics are the most common fabrics which are used for summer as well as winter wear, because there are several derivatives of single jersey which enables it to be used in winter and summer due to properties enhancement. Then the stretch and recovery properties of single jersey fabrics are considered to be most important factor, and these are increased by using special techniques, but comfort factor is also kept in mind because without comfort stretch is of no mean. Here are the references from where the data has been collected. Thank you.